메이저리그 스프링캠프 취재를 계획하면서 토론토 블루제이스와 계약 후 토론토 스프링 트레이닝 캠프에서 훈련 중인 코디 폰세 선수를 꼭 만나고 싶었습니다. 야구 대표팀의 WBC 8강 진출에 대비해 미국 플로리다 마이애미 론디포 파크에서 진행되는 2026 WBC 미디어 크리덴셜도 승인을 받은 상태라 홀가분한 마음으로 애리조나에서 플로리다로 이동했고 가장 처음 찾은 곳이 토론토 블루제이스였습니다. 한국시간으로 3월 9일 토론토는 홈에서 치르는 시범경기와 원정 경기로 나뉘어 진행됐는데요. 마침 코디 폰세가 볼티모어 오리올스와의 원정 경기에 선발 등판한다는 소식을 듣고 미국 플로리다주 사라스타 에디 스미스 스타디움으로 차를 돌렸습니다. 에디 스미스 스타디움은 볼티모어 오리올스가 시범 경기를 치르는 홈 구장인데요. 코디 폰세는 토론토 훈련장에서 1시간 30분 정도 걸리는 이곳까지 직접 운전해서 출근한 상황이었습니다. 오후 1시에 열리는 경기를 앞두고 코디 폰세는 12시부터 일찍 그라운드로 나와 천천히 몸을 풀었습니다. 일찍 야구장에 입장한 관중들이 코디 폰세를 보려고 불펜장 주변으로 몰려들었는데요. 그들 중 익숙한 등번호와 성이 새겨져 있는 유니폼을 발견할 수 있었습니다. 바로 피츠버그 시절 강정호 선수의 유니폼이었던 겁니다. 그 유니폼을 입은 한 야구팬과 잠시 이야기를 나눴습니다.
Yeah, my name's Brian. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, exactly. I grew up a Pirates fan and just visiting Florida once every year, once every other year, and going to some spring training games. Yeah. I mean, when he came to Pittsburgh, those first couple of years were pretty awesome. He was like hit 25 home runs like right off the bat. Everybody was really excited. And then he got his knee injury the next year, which was really unfortunate. And then all the legal stuff, that kind of derailed his whole career to some degree. But it was a fun couple of years when he was the first couple of years in Pittsburgh. Yeah, really. I love this jersey, and then I didn't want to just throw it away. Or I'm going to hang on to it, even though he only played for the Pirates for a couple of years. So like I said, it was fun to watch when he was there.
몸을 풀고 그라운드로 나가 러닝과 캐치볼을 하며 불펜 피칭 준비를 마친 코디 폰세 선수의 불펜 피칭 장면을 함께 보시겠습니다.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song.
류현진 선수가 토론토 시절 99번의 등번호가 박힌 유니폼을 입었는데 폰세 선수는 99를 거꾸로 한 66번의 등번호라 자꾸 폰세의 등번호에 시선이 쏠립니다. 불펜 피칭을 마친 코디 폰세가 포수 브랜든 발렌수엘라와 함께 원정팀 더그아웃으로 돌아옵니다. 더그아웃에서 선수들과 하이파이브를 하고 1회 초 공격의 흐름을 지켜봤는데요. 1회 토론토가 무득점으로 경기를 마치자 폰세 선수가 마운드를 향해 달려갑니다. 코디 폰세는 이날 볼티모어 오리올스와의 시범 경기에서 호투를 펼쳤습니다. 투구수는 3이닝 36구를 소화했고 포심과 커터, 슬라이더, 스플리터, 커브 등 다양한 구위를 점검했고 포심의 최고 구속은 97.3마일을 찍었습니다. 3이닝 동안 1탈삼진, 무실점을 기록했습니다. 1회 말 선두타자 콜튼 카우저를 상대로 풀카운트 접전 끝에 6구, 시속 95.7마일의 포심으로 유격수 땅볼을 얻어냈고 테일러 워드는 4구째 89.3마일의 커터로 외야 뜬공을, 그리고 피터 알론소도 5구 83마일의 커브를 구사해 투수 땅볼로 처리합니다. 1회를 깔끔하게 마무리하고 더그아웃으로 돌아온 코디 폰세의 표정이 밝습니다. 이젠 통역 없이 선수들과 코치들과 편하게 대화하는 모습이 눈에 들어옵니다. 폰세는 2회에 선두타자 3루의 바잘로를 2루수 땅볼로 잡았고 라이언 마운트캐슬과 8구 승부 끝에 84.8마일의 슬라이더로 유격수 직선타 아웃을 만듭니다. 딜런 뷰버스와도 2루수 땅볼로 가뿐히 이닝을 종료합니다. 3회 다시 마운드에 오른 코디 폰세는 브라이언 라모스를 중견수 직선타로 처리했는데 웨스턴 윌슨과 상대하다 갑자기 투구를 중단했고 더그아웃의 코치와 트레이너, 심판까지 폰세에게 다가가 상태를 확인합니다. 순간 코디 선수의 몸에 무슨 문제가 생긴 게 아닐까 싶어 걱정됐는데 나중에 인터뷰를 통해 아무 문제가 없었다는 걸 확인할 수 있었습니다. 폰세 선수는 웨스턴 윌슨을 파울째 삼진으로 잡고 호세 바레로에게 90.2마일의 커트를 구사해 중견수 직선타로 처리합니다. 경기 후 원정 클럽하우스에서 코디 폰세를 만나 인터뷰를 가졌는데요. 한국 취재진을 보자마자 허리를 굽혀 안녕하세요 라고 인사하는 모습이 정겹기만 합니다. 코디 폰세하고는 이틀 후 다시 만나 긴 인터뷰를 갖기로 했는데요. 오늘 폰세 선수 인터뷰와 수석 코치와의 인터뷰도 함께 보겠습니다.
You know what? He's very good, actually efficient. The 3 innings that he had, you know, he was in the zone. You know, showed multiple pitches, which this time of spring training, you know, that's a lot of what we're looking for. You know, command on the zone and efficiency with his pitches, and he showed that today. Just building up, you know, he's in command of his pitches. You know, he's healthy. You know, those are the things that we look for in spring training. And we just want to build up his pitch count. I think he got close to 40 today. I'm not sure. Well, he's building. You know, he's one of our starters. So, you know, the first game, I think he had an inning. You know, the second game, this game, he went 3. But, you know, next outing, it'll be a little bit more. And we keep building. We got, 2.5 more weeks. So, you know, he's got some time to definitely build up his pitch count and stamina. I mean, his pitchability, you know, he's got a number of pitches that he can use, you know, in different situations. I mean, his fastball, curveball, split. So, you know, just his pitchability. And, you know, he performed very well over there. And, you know, you can see his personality is affectionate, you know, because he loves to compete, and we're happy to have him for sure. No, that hasn't been talked about. You know, we're still early, like I said, in spring training. You know, our thought is to build him as a starter, and, you know, we'll see what happens toward the end of spring. But, you know, that hasn't been talked about, and, you know, what he showed today, you know, he's a pretty good starter. Yeah, he's adjusted. You know, there's a few people that he knew in the past. You know, we got Ghost K, who's part of the staff, who familiar with him. So there's a little joking back and forth between those guys. And, yeah, he's in a good place.
안녕하세요. It felt good. Definitely was a little nervous. Obviously, I always have the nerves going into pretty much any game. But it felt good to be back out there and just competing again. Yeah, I think it was just kind of going out there, filling up the zone, throwing a lot of strikes, and that's what I kind of did. Still kind of working on that as well. I think I'm kind of working on everything right now. Being able to land it for strikes, being able to land it for a strikeout, being able to just kind of locate all my pitches in any situation. Yeah, I was just kind of pulling off a little early, rushing myself. I had a little extra adrenaline, but no, it felt good to be back out there. And I think the more and more times I get back on a mound and get to face all the hitters, I'll feel better. It was good. Today was good. Again, I was just kind of working on filling up the zone, throwing a lot of strikes, and just kind of using spring training as spring training and just getting comfortable again. I had a little slip on the mound. They were just making sure everything was okay and everything was good. No problems, no issues. Right now, I'm just kind of going up there and competing and doing my best, and whatever kind of comes out is going to come out. I think I am glad and happy that I got to see that today. I actually didn't see that one, but it's good to see him pop up every blue moon. I think I'm just going to trust the process. If they want to build me up right now as a starter, then that's what I'm going to be built up as. But my goal is to go out there and compete the best I can, no matter what position it is, whether it's a starter or a bullpen guy. I'll even be the bat boy if that's what they need me to do. But no, I'm just going to go out there and do my best and compete. No, I wasn't. I had a game obviously today, so I had to go to sleep. But I think I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't see too much. Hyunjin, Korea, fighting.